Didn't see it on here yet, but
And I think we're live. I do see everything popped up
oh yeah,
correctly.
here we are. We are there.
We are live, just waiting for our guest of honor tonight to join. We are back for episode two.
Episode two.
Episode two. What are topics tonight? Honestly, who knows?
That's what
It's
makes it
literally
fun, though.
our last episode was streamed 4 days ago. You can go watch it on YouTube for whoever listens to this. And our first guest of the evening is in the waiting room, so I'm going to go ahead and bring him in.
Beauty. Welcome, Billy.
Welcome, welcome, Billy.
Hello.
How are you?
Hold on. There. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Perfect.
Awesome.
You're on the Onion,
Live
Oh,
on the Onion.
and we are live on YouTube.
are you really?
Yep.
We
Oh,
are
wow.
live on YouTube.
No
Hello,
reason to be
YouTube.
shy.
So what's going on?
Not much, just chatting everything that relates to the org world, Big Brother.
Oh God.
The only topics we do not talk about are religion and politics.
Oh, those are my favorite subjects. Don't you know that?
Oh,
Well,
I
we have to send you somewhere else tonight.
Oh my God, the org work. I haven't really played in Oregon. I don't know how long. Um, or I shouldn't say that. I recently just played in org. Uh,
That's not that long.
yeah. But like I haven't like apart from that one, I think the last time I played was a year ago, maybe. I am currently in one on Discord, but I can't really talk about that because it's an anonymous game.
Sounds good.
Yeah, but
Have you
I'm
played for
currently
a
in.
while though?
um,
Like
so
in general?
so yeah, so I played. Let's see, the first one I ever played was in 2018. I played on Twitter. Because they had a bunch of Twitter ones going on. I played Whodunit 3 times. I've done the challenge 3 times. Those were actually pretty like my favorite. Because they had us do random things. There was one time they had us do like we had to pour milk on us in the shower,
Oh my.
and we got points for it. So I liked the challenge because they made doing. So then from Twitter I went over to Discord, and I did a lot of the circle games, and that was a lot of during COVID because I had time to commit to circle games. Just because I find circle games, you have to actually be active and actually talk to people and be social. And I did not like it when I worked because I didn't really have time to do anything. Um, so yeah, I've played for a while. I took a break like right after COVID, and then I came back. I come back here and there, and then eventually I kind of fizzle out again. So yeah,
Good.
definitely
Is
played with
there
Tyler many times,
Many, many times.
and we're
we met?
always against each other.
It's always the anonymous games when like I'm catfishing, you're catfishing.
You're right. I think. Oh no, there was that one org we played that we were final three together,
There was
and we lost.
that move though that we had set up to get us to that point. Amazing.
Was Yeah, that was the highlight of that game for sure.
Nice.
I mean, we didn't even know we were gonna pull that off. So
I still don't know how we pulled that off.
Man, the process of getting to anywhere beyond Final Four is such a huge accomplishment on its own. So that's pretty sweet, though. Unfortunately, not winning, that's not fun, but
Well, I one of the reasons I kind of fizzled out is because it became a lot of like friend on friend, and I was always like out first. So I was like, you know what, I'm done. I'm gonna wait to find one that like has all new people, and I'm just gonna join, and then I'll somehow manage to get to there.
Nice.
Hasn't happened yet, but the one I just did on Facebook, because I stick to Discord for the most part. I don't know if you play on Discord anymore, Tyler, but I typically I stick to face Discord. It's a lot easier. It's a lot more organized, and there's very little clutter. Um,
I mean, I currently am on a Discord game, but I'm not allowed to talk about.
oh, I probably nominated you then, because it's probably the same game.
Actually, I can tell you,
That'd be kind of funny.
it's a Big Brother game, and no, I'm not nominated.
Okay. All right.
But
Interesting.
I was also added last minute to that game because someone dropped out.
Okay.
So
Interesting.
So you actually answered one of the questions I was going to ask after anyway. It was like,
Yeah.
what surface do you prefer to play on more? Like Facebook, you said Twitter, you said Discord, but I think we got that answer, which is kind of cool. I'm still learning Discord. I've played maybe 2 games on it, but it does have a definite different environment than, doing typical Facebook and Messenger and all that jazz.
It's definitely harder to figure out. So like Discord uses a lot of commands to get certain things. Um, it's definitely, but once you learn it, it's a piece of cake. I typically host on Facebook rather than Discord. I typically host on Discord rather than Facebook because of the fact that like you can use commands to automate your challenges. So you don't even have to be there as a host. You can literally be like, this is what your challenge is. To start it, use this command, and then they time it.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah. Um, but and the comps are always different. I don't know, like there's no wall sits, there's no video comps. It's a lot of like scavenger hunts and um sliders and jigsaws, all that type of stuff.
I think I need to go to Discord.
Hmm.
if you ever want to play a fun game, Steve, there's a Who Done It game. I don't know if they're currently casting. Billy hosts it. Real fun.
Might have to
We
keep
are
that in
not
mind.
casting
You're not casting.
right now
If you ever get a chance
I'll
to Steve, play it.
because
I'll be waiting.
we are going in all stars right now, so
Nice.
we're not casting.
That's
So
pretty cool. No, I think when I had, I don't know if you guys, I know Tyler is, but I played Succession on the Discord, and I did like the fact that you had like, like I guess like your confessional or bedroom, whatever people call it, and you can do like a video in there, or you can do a video here or the main, and it's all in one surface, and it's not like all over the place. So that was a cool concept for it.
oh yeah, and it's the people on there are good. Like not saying Facebook isn't great. So anybody who's from the Facebook org community, I'm not saying you're not great. Um, but I've met some of my best friends on Discord, and I think the people are they're friendly. I don't think I've ever had an issue. Well, there's been a couple, but it hasn't been very dramatic like a lot of the Facebook orgs I seem to get. I've noticed a new one on Orgo Drama like every 5 minutes. And so that's another reason why I stick to Discord. It's because,
Oh, or good drama.
yeah, the highlight of my life.
I have fallen victim to that many times.
So have I.
When I was new to all this, people were like, "You're not on Orgo Drama." I'm like, "What is it? What is it?" So I joined, and I was like, "Oh, okay, now I know why." There's a little bit of everything there. So
Unfortunately, I was just there within the last like couple months.
Well, what are you doing that for?
I don't even know. Don't even know.
felt like getting into it all. So in your org, I guess we can call it org career. Have you had many wins or some close calls or Like, how's your gameplay really been?
So
Which
for
one?
the I will say the ones I've done on Twitter, I've come very close. I've come in second place in one of the challenge games that I played. Uh I've never won a Who Done It, but I've gotten to I was second place for that once. Um I've won about I think 5 or 6 circle games,
Nice.
I think. Um I've won about 2 or 3 Big Brothers. I've the only one I have not had a win on for yet is Survivor. And I've kind of accepted the fact that I probably will never have a win with Survivor because I suck at Survivor. I
You
have
never
been
know.
I've been runner up though. I've been runner up and I've lost by like 1 vote when I was runner up. So, I mean,
So it's close.
it's close, but I don't think it'll ever happen.
I mean, I almost had a Survivor win, but I was up against Steve.
So I take it you were runner up and he won?
Yes, it was actually my first win, so it's accomplishment for me. But Tyler and I, we played this game right from the beginning, and
Oh
we
yeah.
we made it to the end. So we were happy either way.
Well,
Obviously,
the Survivor game I played, that I came in second place. Literally, it was a very close. So the win had to be determined by the third place because all our votes were tied.
that
Um,
was one of my first or second orgs I played. I came in second, but the
mhm.
winner had to be decided by the third non-vote person. And I got second place, and I was like, oh, it's a good start though.
Yep. And the third placer, he was very salty that the way I wa that the he was salty that the reason I was getting votes was because I did not anybody off. The jury was very bitter. They all were like, we're vote like half of them basically they all basically told me they were voting for me in my speech channel. Because Discord, instead of doing like the Zoom final tribal council, they have channels set up so we can put our speeches in, we can answer the questions. Yeah, and like half of them told me they were voting for me right regardless of anything in that channel. And the person who got third place was like, that's not fair, and decided that I didn't deserve the win because I wasn't strategic enough. Because I didn't make any calls on who to vote for, which if you really looked at it, I made almost every call in that game. I just had other people go spread it.
One day in a far off land, there might be a game out there without a bitter jury. I think we always
Oh,
have bitter
I
juries.
hate better jurors.
I want to say that I'm never a bitter jury, but I am definitely a bitter jury depending on how I got voted out.
It happens, you know.
I normally
I've never been.
I have a couple of times. Um,
Usually I'm not, but I think Tyler witnessed. I think the only time I was kind of a little more bitter, I went out with a big rampage. And I don't usually do
I
that, but I just felt like the moment was right, and I was like, all right, I'm gonna do it. So
the last game I played, I purposely voted for the person who was supposed to be the no vote finalist because I didn't want to vote for the other two. Like I was that bitter. But that game, the way I got voted out it wasn't a good way of getting voted out, in my opinion. Um, and I didn't want the other two to win, so I was like, I don't give a fuck. They ain't getting my vote. I'll give it to the no vote finalist type of thing. Um, the other time I was a bit of jury, it was because it was my final two and they had fucked me over, and I was like, you're not getting my vote because you just fucked me over. Um, but apart from that, I like to listen to see what people have done.
it happens. I think it's if you're a good juror, is someone who listens and tries to put their own game aside because I don't know, some people haven't really talked back to me about this, but um, I was in a game where I was in alliance with a bunch of people, and two of them were in a final, but I ended up voting the other person, and like they were kind of disappointed that I didn't vote for them. But I'm like, this person tried to get me out of the game for a while, tried to get me to join in the game, played an idol on me, and eventually got me out towards the very end. Um, And I'm like, you know what? To me, that's a good gameplay. You know, you kept someone close, but then at the very end you threw them out the door. But like you did some random stuff in between. I'm like, I can accept that, and I can give a vote to that, and then you
Mhm.
know. So I think I like listening to everyone's kind of story and
Oh yeah, I like to listen to see what they contribute to the game because like, and the it doesn't necessarily have to be for me. It doesn't necessarily have to be who was the flashiest and who won the most comps. Like, if you're win, because you can win comps, in my opinion, you can win comps, but you're not calling the shots. Like other people could be behind you calling those shots. You're just the one winning all the comps,
yeah.
but you're doing absolutely nothing. And then there's the people who decide they don't want to win the comps. Like I'm one who I know I'm not good with comps, so I have to use my social skills and then I have to kind of strategically be like, well, what if you throw this person under the bus? What if you throw this person under the bus? So I look at all factors, not just the comp beast factors, which I notice a lot of people are like, well, they won a lot of comps, they're gonna win, and I'm like, not necessarily.
I like that factor because I'm always one where I love anyone who plays a good social game. And I think it's very underlooked because you can play a really good social game that can take you to the end. But when people ask those questions, like, what was your biggest move? I'm like, I didn't really win a lot. I didn't really. And then people are like, oh, well, he didn't do anything. I'm like, but you could. My thing is, you win on a social game. I think you played an excellent game
Well, yeah,
because,
a perfect
like,
example I use is the game that me and Tyler played. I was social enough with everybody that it made them want to keep me. It made them want to like pull off the move that we made, which will go down in history as one of the best moves, I think. Like that we had no idea that was gonna like come off as and work. We were like, let's kind of what they like Tyler called me with I think who was it Missy, right? Missy was in our alliance.
Mm,
And they were like explaining to me, and I'm just like, I'm gonna go with it, but I don't know how this is gonna work. And it worked. We had Gigi pissed at us for a good solid, I don't know, month.
I
But
think she unfriended us there for a little while.
oh, really?
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, because unfortunately she was one of the victims. It was a double elimination that round.
Yeah, it was a double elimination taking us from I think final five to final three.
hmm And the two people were gonna the two other people were personally voting me because they didn't want me to get to the end, and they knew I was going to be taken to the end regardless and very well could win. And when I found that out, I was like, I'm gone. All right. I accepted my face. And then Tyler and Missy called me with the plan. And I am the person where I'm like, if I have a chance to be saved, yeah, I'm going to do it. You know, any chance to get to the end, in my opinion. And it pissed some people off.
Sometimes
That
you
it
can't
did.
win us all.
That's why you don't tell me you're voting me. Like, because I will try. If I really care enough, I will try to get to stay in the game.
That makes sense.
I mean, I'm sure I pissed people off.
Not Tyler.
Oh yeah, knew you pissed me off a couple of times in the game.
Oh, but it's okay. I mean, we talked about it after.
Yep. I'm just like, you're an idiot. And then we've gotten over it.
I mean, Steve, Billy's the person that I drunk call multiple times.
And tells me he's not drunk.
No, of course. Just two fireballs and a couple others, it's
Tyler, this year you'll be able to do it in person.
I know I'm excited.
Yeah, I still gotta buy my ticket, but I've got my place to stay set up.
nice. You don't have to worry about your phone being buzzed.
Nope. I just have to make sure that he doesn't tell me in person.
Or like you're like, hey, where's the drunk person at?
Right? Well, so I'm gonna stay with Kat, Taylor, and Pam, so I'm in their hotel room. So we're not in
Fun.
it. Yeah, I'm excited.
I will be at an Airbnb with a lot of people who will probably also be intoxicated.
I'll be intoxicated. I won't be announcing that I'm intoxicated.
It's a guessing
I
game.
mean,
Basically.
I that Sunday episode that we do here, I am sure I'm going to be hungover or slightly buzzed. We haven't decided
We'll have
yet.
to turn off the cameras for Tyler when needed.
Facts.
I'll be making you host on that one, Steve.
I gotta ask, what are you guys thinking about this current season of Big Brother?
I love the cast, except for they all look like half of them look like the previous cast.
I
I
agree.
almost thought that was like maybe like a joke that they were doing, and then they would actually introduce the cast to like real people, but I guess not. I was actually just telling Tyler before the show, I said, I've seen the cast and I figure out kind of roughly what's going on, but I did not watch it yet because I like to kind of wait a bit and then catch up on a few. So I'll probably do that sometime this week, and then
Mhm.
I'll probably do the same for the next episodes and so on. But it looks good. I'm always a fan of Big Brother.
Yeah, I think this season definitely has some potential, especially with the icons that they brought into the game. Um, there's a couple people I know I don't want to win, including one of the icons. Um, but I don't want them to win, not because I don't like them, but because I think it's time they give someone else a chance to win, type of thing. Um, I mean, I'm sure you guys know who it is already because it's all over Facebook. But since D won Survivor already, I'm like, give somebody else a chance to win. I personally, and I know it's an unpopular opinion, would prefer Angela to win. I love her to death.
I adore Angela, and she's going to be there in Florida this year.
I
So
know, I'm excited. I'm excited to meet her.
I have her key signed up on my Big Brother wall.
Do you? I have been trolling people all week because they say Angela is a bully and should not be there because she's a bully. And I've been trolling them, politely reminding of Evil Dick.
Like I
But
said, I have her key.
you can sit there and say that she's evil, but like how many other people have played Big Brother and be considered evil and whatnot too? So it's like one
Right.
person can't break nothing. So
I had one person argue with me because they were like, she is the biggest bully in Big Brother history. And I was like, have you watched the previous seasons? And they were like, yes. And I was like, so then you know that there's Evil Dick. You know that all of this season bullied one specific girl, so they self evicted. You know, like I listed so many different. I posted like YouTube videos, and I was like, so now tell me, Angela is the biggest bully in Big Brother history.
no, see, and everyone's gonna have a different opinion about it. Everyone's gonna be like, no, 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 this person, that person, blah blah blah. But
Oh, and I agree. And I'm not hating on anyone who doesn't like her because she can be too much. Like watching her the previous season, she definitely can be a little much.
right,
Um, I personally like her because she brings the drama and the excitement. It makes me remember what Big Brother used to be. I personally felt like the past, not last season, not the season Angela was on, but like the seasons prior from like the second All Stars to when Angela was on, I felt they were boring. They were predictable. They weren't like it used to be. So it's like it's nice to have somebody to bring back old school Big Brother.
yep.
I agree.
Personally, as I think I'm probably more of a Survivor fan than Big Brother, but um, I'm really interested to see what Devins can do in Big Brother style. I think it's going to be different, but I was rooting for him in Survivor 50, and unfortunately, he didn't get that far into where he wanted. But I'm really curious to see how he plays in a Big Brother style. It'll be interesting.
Especially where he can't make advantages.
Yeah, well, that's the thing.
Like he
It's going
can't
to be
do
a
fake
totally different
advantages like
style,
in
right? Like,
Survivor.
Oh, I see him trying to at least make something.
or some sort of
No,
squeamish alliance theme that doesn't really happen. You
I'm
know,
pretty sure they've told him he can't do he can't do it. So I don't think he's going to. But I would like to see his social game because he is a good survivor social player. So I'm looking forward to seeing that transpire to the Big Brother aspect and to see how long he can stay off the block.
yeah.
You know, um, there's also a guy on there from RuPaul's Drag Race. I don't know how well he's gonna do, but it's gonna be interesting to see that.
I mean,
It's always
you're talking about Jason, right?
Yeah,
it's
because
always
from what
fun.
I understand on RuPaul's, was it? Yeah, yeah, because on RuPaul's he was very drama filled, wasn't he? I haven't seen that season.
I have not fully watched that season, so
Yeah, so I don't foresee him going far because I foresee him causing some form of drama at one point, unfortunately.
I mean, I get that. I mean, who's like out of this cast? If you had to pick the winner of not, I'm not counting the returnees, the new cast. Who's your ideal pick to win the game?
Um, that's difficult. So I gotta actually look at where's the cast again? I gotta see pictures and faces. Um, if I was to pick, here we go. Hmm. I would say Drew has a pretty good chance. He seems like he has the head on his shoulder for it. Um, and I would say maybe Haley. Drew and Haley are the two that I've looked into that I can see them going all the way if they play it right. Um,
Decent picks. I like I said, I haven't watched it yet, but I'm looking at the cast here, and I'm like, just by going by from what I've seen and seeing the pictures, it's like okay. Um, but if I had to randomly pick people right off the bat, um, I think Yash looks like he may have a good game face on. I think that's how I don't know how it's pronounced, but Yash, Yash, I think maybe if I said that right. And I'm not sure.
so I kind of worry for Yash, to be honest.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, so you haven't really watched. You don't
I
really
say I haven't
know.
watched. This is just straight up like
Yeah.
haven't seen nothing really. So
Yeah, so I don't want to spoil it unless you've already seen it on Facebook.
no. Oh, so maybe he's gone.
I
I
mean,
don't
he's
know.
he's on the block.
Okay,
It's all over Facebook. I follow
I'm
all the
trying not to watch it. I'm trying not to look on Facebook and see it. I'll
Oh,
scroll
okay.
over top if I see something. But if it
Okay.
happens, it happens. So
I don't know who the is, but he's definitely someone up there. Um, so I don't know with him.
he could
Uh,
be the person that sits on the block for 10 episodes. You never know.
and he can be the Ashley of the season
He could be the Taylor Hale of the season.
and
Yeah,
then wins. Yeah.
you never
This
know.
is this is why I won, guys. I was on the block all season. Um, I will say the person I see being an early boot is is it Kemu? Is it pronounced Kemu or is it Kimu? The fighter guy.
Um, Camus.
Yeah,
I don't
Cameron.
Yeah,
actually
Yeah,
him.
know I don't
Uh,
know what it's pronounced.
just because of like if they find out he's fought, I think he's not gonna go very far, which I like him. Um, I don't foresee Barrett going too far. I see him going farther than like maybe jury stage, but I don't see him staying in the game the entire time. Um, and
I
then
think
Jason,
for
I see Jason at one point is going to cause some drama, and they're going to be like, "Goodbye," you
I
know.
see Jason. I see Jason breaking out his drag persona.
Hmm
because he said in an interview where he brought up the stuff with him. So
Yeah.
I kind of feel like Camus, like the fighter, like when you think about the UFC and all that fighting stuff, I'm like, they're not really a social kind of group of people. So it's like, depending what this style is on him coming in, it's like, can he be really social in the Big Brother house, or is he kind of sticking to his own? Because
Well, that and two, I also foresee him being like a Tucker, winning a lot of comps, and then being like, you
yeah,
go because you're winning all these comps, you know?
like he's there to play. Maybe he doesn't want to be social either. You never know.
Mm-hmm. Like so there, I mean, there's so many factors going into it that I'm kind of looking at this cast and I'm like, all right, I can see this, I can see that. But I mean, people might surprise you. You never know, you know?
Oh yeah,
This Big Brother.
I mean, do you think a male or a female is going to win this season, given the past two females have won back to back?
I think it's gonna be female again. I truly think it's gonna be female again.
possible.
Hmm. Yeah. But
It's possible.
I mean, I'm also so it's like I'm also used to doing like the social games myself. So I'm kind of looking at the females are more social. They're gonna be the social. They're gonna be the ones that everybody are gonna kind of like, at least in this season, looking at them, like and only seeing them in one episode, that's kind of where I'm at. I'm like, they're probably gonna be the most social. They're probably not gonna win that many comps, but they'll win enough that they can make sure that they're staying in. So I think it's gonna be a female for that reason. Um,
What are your thoughts on Chuck?
Plus, I feel like Big Brother also they've had too many male winners, so I think they need to have a couple more female winners again. Uh,
I think Chuck looks like a player, but like I said, I haven't seen him anything yet. But I don't know.
I see him being out before jury phase.
so do I. You know, his introduction, when they did his introduction, I don't know if did you guys watch the reveal on YouTube?
Yeah.
Okay.
I I did. So his introduction that they had on the reveal, I was like, okay, he looks like someone he would go far, and then he opened his mouth.
I know.
And I was like, I was like, he opened his mouth and I was like, he's not lasting. He will be one of the first out.
I'd
Because
say it
he,
was first like 3, 4.
yeah, because he seems like a Keanu type of person where he's going to make everyone hate him. But I don't think he's going to win as many comps as Keanu did to stay in the game.
I mean, I liked Keanu last season. So
Yeah, there was a lot of. He was one of those people you either like or you hate. There's no. I don't think there was much in between. But
There were moments I liked him, but there were moments
yeah,
I hated him. Like that one veto where he was like, don't you have a prompt or whatever?" At that point I was like, dude, you're just being a cocky asshole right now. Like I get you're mad because no one's rooting for you to win, but you're proving to them why they don't want you to win. But then there were moments where I did like him. So I guess it depended on the episode or who he was talking to at the day at the time of the game. Vinny was one I definitely could not stand. I
he is
was
not one. He is not one I liked.
no, no. But I mean, I'm also used to games like so. My favorite are the ones you don't vote you vote yourself out basically. So like the mole, who done it, um, what's another one? I don't think the other ones. Regardless, like you get yourself evicted. Those are the games that I like. My favorite show used to be The Mole, and then they canceled that, and then Who Done It was my next favorite, and then they canceled that. Then they brought them all back on Netflix, and I didn't really like the Netflix show
it was a
how
different
they did
style.
it. Yeah, I liked it, but I
Yeah,
did Like I liked how they kept it to the original, but they didn't keep to the original.
No.
Uh, it's Big Brother has been my favorite since those shows have gone. But I think again, it's because of all the drama, and they've lacked drama for the past couple of years. Survivor, I find, is too, for me, it's too predictable, and it's too. I think they do the same thing over and over and over again. I liked when they had the themes and the different islands because it kept it fresh. Once they started just doing the same things over and over again, it was too much for me. And the challenge, I find the challenge has too many seasons to even bother catching up on.
I started watching for a bit, but then I gave up after a while because there's so many shows to watch.
There really is. And it's like I pick and choose at this point because there's so much. Um, I'd probably play the challenge again because that I did have fun doing that, but I probably wouldn't watch it again. I've watched like a season or two.
I haven't even made it through all a complete season. I just kind of pick and choose episodes at this point.
Oh, I did it. So I watched when I played on Twitter, I watched a season, and you really only need like the first couple episodes to get the concept of how the challenge works. So I wasn't too worried.
Oh yeah. Um,
All right, what time is it?
I think I'm still like I don't know, I think I still prefer a good Survivor game, but I need to play more Big Brother games myself to get into that vibe.
It's an entirely different, I don't care what they say, it's an entirely different game.
Oh yeah, for sure. And I agree to that.
Oh yeah. I did a Big Brother LRG. I cried half the time.
Oh no.
I was like, I can't do this in person. I'm never going to be on the actual show because of
I,
this.
I think that's a perspective where a lot of people kind of throw themselves and get confused, right? Like I know a lot of people like, oh, I can do this stuff online. Like I can totally do it in the real world. And it's not the same. Like you can lie on your computer screen and in chats, no problem. But
Doing
face to
it,
face to
oh
people,
yeah, it's so much harder. And like the LRG I played, I basically was the pawn for the season. So I was always on the block and it just like it got so emotional that I just couldn't
yeah,
hold back the tears at that point. Because I was like, this is ridiculous. I'm not winning anything. I'm trying to win. I've come close to winning. Like I think every comp in that LRG, I think I came in, I was like right there, right at the spot of winning almost every single comp. And it just never happened. So like all of it plus the emotions with it, because the drama that happened was just crazy. It just it really hit you, and I was like, this is exactly how literally Big Brother isn't like on the real show. There's no way in hell, and I would totally go on the show. I just know I'd be crying like half the time.
I think it'd be more frustrating because doing it on online, you can get frustrated about a challenge. You're like, ah, and then you have time to reconsider yourself and adjust for another challenge where live with other people around, you're not going to have that full step back moment. You'll always be frustrated, I think, going into another challenge, knowing that how your last experience was or something like that.
Right. Whereas in, like you said, whereas online, you can kind of like, all right, this is how the challenge went. I'm frustrated. All right,
Yeah.
time to move on. You
Yeah.
know, that's definitely, I would say, the case for an org compared to in person. Um, I've done mole in person, and that's again an entirely different feel because you get yourself voted out of it. So you're more focused on being social to have the information for the mole. I wish the orgs, I wish they were more orgs, but you can't really do it as an org. I don't, I think, unless you
Probably a
do it
little
on Zoom.
harder.
you'd have to do it on Zoom. And it's so much harder for the mole. I don't know if you know the premise of the mole at all. Um, but like one person basically has to hide themselves while stopping players from completing
Yeah.
missions. Yeah. So like
You
it's
have like a
harder, right? So it's harder to do through like Facebook and Discord. It's harder for the mole, I would say. Um, unless you do it on Zoom and you do like a Zoom game, which I wish there was because I think it would be a lot easier. I want to play. I have only played a Trader's Mini, and I definitely want to play a Trader's full game. I just don't have the time, and I don't want to be a trader. That shit's stressful.
I thought it'd be great being a trader when I played. I'm like, yeah, I'm a trader. That's hard. I thought it'd be like, oh, I got this, no problem. But I did stuff that I thought I'd be smooth with, and people were like, I'm calling you out. I'm like, what do you mean? I didn't do nothing. But
Yeah,
yeah.
I would. I played a mini, and I was a trader in that mini, and I made it to Final Four, but I was stressed that entire mini because I was like, I have to make sure that I'm blending in. I have to make sure this. I have to like. There's so many aspects to being the trader that I nope. If I was to do a long game, I would not want to be a trader.
Yeah, I think I'd rather be faithful. You know, I think your life's a little easier that way.
But now that I say that, whoever's watching this, they're gonna cast me in the next traders. Everybody's gonna be like, "Oh, he's definitely faithful." I'm gonna get murdered right off the bat because everyone's gonna be like, "Oh, you're not."
He's so gonna be a trader now.
Right.
I mean, we've been averaging 42 people watching at it, so
Well, hello,
you never
40
know.
people. Whoever's watching, hello.
Yep. Whether it's live, whether it's a little later on, that's fine. Like everyone does it on their own time too. Live is kind of fun because you're getting spur of the moment right here as it comes along. And like I say, like Tyler and I, our theme is, those two topics we don't talk about, but the rest of it is like it is what it is. This is how it goes down. This is what we're gonna talk about. If it gets carried away, then it gets carried away, and we either turn it back or let it roll. So
I mean, I'm also not afraid to throw people back in a waiting room if it gets too heated. We bring them back in when it calms down.
everyone
I
needs a
mean,
timeout sometimes.
Sometimes, yeah. Well, I will say the two subjects that you guys don't talk about is a very good thing not to talk about because it can get very heated very quickly. I have learned that with my family, so
And like the political stuff, Tyler and I definitely agreed upon because I don't think you're aware, but of course, Tyler's out in the States, I'm up in Canada, so our political views would be totally different, and we're just gonna leave it on the sidelines and worry about it for another day kind of thing. So
yeah, that's
I
true.
mean,
That's
there are plenty of podcasts out there that talk about
oh
those two
yeah.
specifics.
and I honestly would love to be one of those people on one of those podcasts one day. So if anyone's watching, then you do a political podcast, I would love to be on there because I have some words.
He's getting
Uh,
a shout out.
I do. I have some words, and I don't, because and it's funny, and I will say without talking about it, I never talked about my views at all until this upcoming year. And I'm just balls to the walls. Balls to the wall. I don't care. Uh,
Honestly, that's the point where a lot of people get now too. It's like, you know what?
yeah,
Here's what it is. You can think horrible, you can think great, but this is my thought, and that's all I care about right now. So,
right. So you guys definitely made the best choice to not talk about that stuff because
and
some
some
things
people
that
get critical. I'm not gonna worry about that. Like,
absolutely. Mm. All right. I do need to get off because I need to start getting ready for bed. It is late here.
I mean, I get that.
yeah.
It's still early though for me, so
He still has daylight, probably.
I
We'll
I
see.
yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I get up on Mondays. I get up at like 5 a.m. just to have time to kind of not worry about work.
Yep. I
Tend to go to bed early.
I do the same. I think I usually get up around 6 o'clock, but I don't sleep as it is, so I'm not worried.
To not sleep, what is that?
Yeah, I know what is sleep. I don't really know.
And I don't sleep either. Like, come on now,
I
half the time.
I know it's where you're supposed to lie down and relax, but I don't know. That doesn't always happen.
What's that thing is that I'm supposed to lay on?
Listen, I just pop an edible, and then once that kicks in, I'm out.
That
So,
works too. That works too.
speaking of,
Well, that works.
Like, speaking of, while I'm at that, like,
all right, but like I said, I am gonna hop off. Thank you for having me on the
Thank
show.
you for coming.
thank you for
Appreciate
Would
coming
it.
love to do this again. Have a good night, guys.
too.
Cheers. Take care. Beautiful.
Now we have a little bit of time before potentially our next guest comes. And I know she has a lot to say as two people who have played with this one in the past.
We like to have people come on that always have a good opinion.
But I
So,
will be real. That conversation with Billy went really well. Like, it was very,
oh yeah. And like we say, we know anyone who comes on the show, you never know when you're going to be back because we do have some things planned for down the road for random appearances or pop-ups or anything like that. And I know we have a list of people that still would like to come on the show. So if you do and you're not in one of those lists, give a shout out to Tyler or myself, and we'll see if he can get you on because we're not limited to anyone really. I don't think.
I mean,
Maybe
honestly,
a
like,
little few, but
I mean, there are people that like, we try to keep it to like three, four people,
yeah.
guess. Um,
Oh yeah. Usually about I think so far I think our most has been well, other than our test night, has been like 3 or 4, I think it was. So
I
our
think,
test night we had a welcome for everyone, so it was pretty busy, but it was fun.
literally, I took the waiting room off. It was popcorn fin. It was just kind of like whoever comes in.
Yep. And then we gave them sometimes they'll give everyone a random question. Won't be the same every time, but you got to answer on the spot, but we won't make it where it's going to embarrass you or bring you enemies.
I mean,
Not to an
we're not,
extent.
we're not here to like, we're not here to cause drama or, no. We're not here to get cause enemies.
uh,
So,
react to drama, but not really be the full creators of drama.
I do have cookies if you do want to come to the dark side.
That's one way
I
to
don't.
put it.
I
Careful where you put
mean,
those. The dog will be watching those.
dogs downstairs.
You're good so far. You're good.
I had to like, but I mean, but I'm excited to see what our next guest has to say. As someone who has been victim to one of her blindsides in games, and who we currently have cast in another game we are proud of, part of fraud of.
Which is safe to say now because now it's not hidden. It's out in the open.
I can tell you who I can tell you who's watching our live right now.
Oh, you can see it?
No, I guess that we had on last week message me, motherfucker, I now I want a cookie.
Love it. Shout out.
Shout out Camden.
Yep, nice. I love it. Love it.
So at least we know who's watching. Because like when he messaged that after I just,
There's a trigger we can send people on and
I mean, so at least we know people are watching our shit.
I love that though. I love that somebody can be watching and then we'll get that random message and someone's paying attention or calling someone out or wanting to know something more. There's been thoughts of trying to make this. We like the YouTube, we want to stay on the YouTube, but there's been thoughts of like how to put it on Facebook at the same time because then you get your live comments. Like you can have live comments on YouTube, I'd sure believe as well, but it's not. I know Facebook will be all over that kind of thing too, so it's something in the works, something to think about. Or maybe
Yeah,
one day we just do a random live on Facebook just to test it out, see what happens. Because anyone in the
I'm
org world, we know that lives are always on their freaking stream. So
I'm sending our next guest Zoom because she is ready to be on.
awesome.
I had to go find it because I was like, I sent it to you and then I just kind of like forwarded it to the ones that I need
Yeah.
to.
I almost feel like we should when we bring guests on, like ask them who they would want to see on too. Come on
I
the
mean,
show.
we can try that with the next guest. I mean, but I know this one is very boisterous and we have 4 people watching now, so
Yeah. Camden sending everyone in for cookies.
okay.
We'll mail
I
them out
mean,
to you, Camden. Well, let's only get there in one piece.
they're pretty decently sized cookies. Like,
I'm a little jealous, I'll admit, but I do have a couple chips in front of me that every once in a while find in my mouth.
I mean, it's okay. Like, apparently, while I was at work, half awake, I decided I was going to do some online shopping.
Oh, okay. Oh, this could be bad or this could be good. Of course.
Giant,
Nothing other than
giant
that.
fireball.
Awesome. And the
So in the
flag too, eh?
yeah. So apparently
Nice.
it's going to be. I'm wearing it in Florida.
Nice. And you're gonna have your belt with fireballs. I think that has to be a thing.
Fireball Fury.
Oh, sweet. That's
I mean,
awesome.
I do not promote young people drinking, so do not think that
No,
was an advertisement.
no,
We are not sponsored by anyone.
no sponsors. But if you want to,
You might be able to get your photo up here on this wall.
no, you never know. You never know. It's bound to that it could happen.
I mean, I'm okay with sponsors.
We're gonna have Camden's cookies in the background.
I mean, you never know. I mean, we're just waiting for our guest to show up.
Everyone's afraid of a Zoom link.
I mean, apparently, this coming up Big Brother episode is a good one, according to our lovely Onion member, Jenny.
Always keeping a tab on us.
He's like, appreciate how you ship them. Tell Steve, Camden wants to know, let me to tell you, he wants a cinnamon roll.
Next live.
I mean, it's nice because he's commenting in real time
I
as
do
we
like
are.
that. I wonder actually. Yes, there is a chat on YouTube, but uncommon. see if we can.
He's like, I ain't waiting since the pew pew emoji. I don't know if I can say that word on here and be totally okay.
We hear it. We got you.
I mean, he wants us to bring Rick Devens on for thing, but I think that might be difficult because like he's in the Big Brother house right now, and
Yeah, maybe in a couple months here we'll figure it out. So
like I wouldn't mind having Rachel, but I know that's unpopular in opinion.
hey, it's our show. We can bring on who we like. If they don't want to watch, that's okay. You'll come back next time.
Come on,
Maybe that'll
Sarah.
make the comments live.
I mean, what the heck is Jenny sending? I don't even know. But Camden's typing. Man, Camden has a lot to voice tonight.
I think he missed it. He had a really good time on our last podcast.
I mean, oh, our next guest is here, Steve. Not me
Okay.
trying to use the mouse for this computer to control this computer. Let's bring on our special guest, number 2. Hello, Sarah.
Hi, Tyler and Steve.
Welcome.
How are you
Welcome.
guys?
We are good. How are you?
I'm good. I just finished watching Big Brother, so thanks for having me on after.
Did we get
It was
thumbs up
perfect
for
time.
how the show was, or was it okay?
Yeah, I mean, I already knew what was going on. I'm a live feeder. But yeah, it wasn't bad. There weren't really any challenges this episode, so it was just, edited material. Um, I normally don't watch the Sunday and the Wednesday episodes unless I really just want to see the competition for some reason. But since Big Brother just started, I'll probably watch for a couple of weeks and then I'll eventually just go to Taryn's live feed updates every morning.
So you're just a fan of the lives mostly. You won't watch every show like the
Well,
in-betweens.
I do watch so I listen to Taryn Armstrong's live feed update every morning. I do turn the feeds on sometimes, like in the background, but I don't have time just to sit around and watch live feeds. So that's why I listen to the live feed update every morning. And then on Thursdays, I host a weekly watch party in my home for Big Brother. And I also do that for Survivor and the Traders year round. So I always have a watch party going on of some sort, typically weekly.
That's awesome.
But yeah,
I did hear about your Survivor watch parties when we were in that last game together, and I was like, that sounds cool. I
I
think it's pretty
know.
cool to
And
have.
I've been meeting so many cool people, in this community doing these online games. And, not a lot of people live in Atlanta. And so there's been really only one person that I've met that's lived in Atlanta. And I've been wanting everyone to be like, oh, you guys have loved the watch party. It's so much fun. And, no one can come because they live out of state. So, but one day, someone will come and I have 2 guest bedrooms. And I always say, you're more than welcome to stay with me. I'm a great host and it's the Hotel Palakowitz. So.
You have to put
Yeah.
your watch party on the road and just travel to different areas.
Yeah, exactly.
Love that. So, I mean, our topics have actually been a lot Big Brother right now, up and coming. Who are your favorite cast members? Who's your least favorite?
Well, I mean,
You have a
my
winner pick?
ultimate favorite Big Brother player is Rachel Riley. Um, and then I have a very cliche one, which is Dr. Will. I think he's absolutely hilarious. I just think he's so funny, and I mean him, and especially when he was doing Chilltown. I mean him and Boogie were just amazing together. I know Boogie is supposed to be creepy now, and and there's a restraining order against him from Dr. Will, but. I mean, I like to think of them back in the good old days. And of course I was rooting for Taylor when she won, but I think all in all, Rachel is someone that I connect with, and I'll tell you why. I met Rachel a few months ago, and I went up to her and I said, Rachel, I said, I am an old school Big Brother watcher, and I am 40 years old. And she goes, well, I'm 42. And I said, I know that. You're also 40. And I said, but that's why I've been watching you ever since you were on the show. And we're the same age. And I still love Big Brother. And you're my favorite Big Brother player. And I was so mad for you last summer when you were eliminated from the game and not voted out. We talked about that for a little while, and then I told her about the watch parties that I have. And I said, and I also own a bakery. And at my bakery, every week I make custom decorated cookies and cake pops. And the week after you were eliminated, I made cookies and cake pops in your honor. And I showed her the pictures, and she's like, oh, I love those. She goes, you know what? I would love to come to one of your watch parties. Let me give you my phone number.
Wow.
Rachel Riley gave me her phone number. The next day, I texted her more pictures of her cookies and cake pops, and she replied back to me.
I think
We
you're
Oh
love
making
my God.
that.
You're making Tyler jealous right now. I don't think he has his not her number.
Yeah, I
I don't have
I
her number.
still have her phone number, and I was just like, OMG. So, I don't send her weird messages or anything, but I am gonna text her and remind her that I do throw watch parties, so she's welcome to come to them at any time.
Let her know
She,
that there's been
she,
an Onion podcast that
her
Tyler is
her number.
there.
Yeah, I would love to have her on podcast at some point. So
So is Rachel your favorite too, Tyler?
100%,
Yeah.
like that downright. Like I've met her multiple times, though.
Oh,
I have her key up on my wall, similar to literally. Well, this is Quinn's, but similar to these, and they are signed. I just can't reach Rachel's. It's up there.
Why would you
you
put her so
know,
far away?
I think I love that she's spicy. But she also is a very good strategist. So she's not just one of those players that is just spicy and all they can do is spice and all they can do is start fights because they can also take that and be strategic. That's someone that I strive for. I'm still learning how to balance the two, but I'm getting better. So, but she's obviously the queen and she knows how to do it really well. And so that's something that I watch her and I'm like, wow, I'd love to know how to balance that.
I mean, I get that. Like she, I prefer her game if she's not playing with Brendan because she can actually focus.
Yeah. Yeah.
Last summer was, I think, one of the best games she's played.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it wasn't the most fun that she's ever played. Um, I mean, obviously, floaters grab a life vest, and when she is playing with Brendan and very emotional, that was very fun to watch. But but I mean, yeah, she was playing a pretty good game. I mean, never getting nominated, and but she was still controlling things. That was pretty good. Very impressive.
She had a lot of pressure on her back too by being, I guess, just who she was, I think. So I think she did really well.
Yeah. So what's up with you these days, Steve? Are you playing any games or anything?
I'm in Odyssey right now. Tyler and I just got out of Bigots, which is a game I think you should play. So
Where Steve won and I was runner up.
took,
Okay.
took my first win, so I was quite proud of it.
That is
Tyler
very
and I played that
proud
game toward the
moment.
end, so it was good. But it's a different, and this is me talking about it a little bit, but like it's a different, not your typical Survivor game. And like I think the craziest thing that gets everybody is that everyone in the game starts in Ponderosa, and you have to get your way into the end game where you actually play the game and get a chance to win. So it's
Hmm.
a different twist to it, but it takes a bit to get into. Like Tyler's played 3 times, correct? Yeah, and then I played twice. And the second season that I played was my first time. And it took a lot to while to get into, but then you learn a bit. And then when you get a chance to play again, I think that's where you really focused and changing the game up, but it's kind of neat where you can be sent back and forth. It just depends where your connections are. It's pretty
Yeah.
different. It's nice. I like games that are different, not the typical everyday same old Survivor kind of deal.
Yeah. When is this podcast going to air?
It's
It's
airing right now.
currently
Oh, okay.
live on YouTube.
Okay.
YouTube.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I was just going to talk about a game I'm in, but not if it's living right now.
Yeah. If it's
I
something
see.
you can't talk about, then don't do it now. But um, because we do
Well,
have
yeah, because
some
I mean
live
other players
viewers
could
right
be
now.
watching. So,
Yeah. Yeah. Don't
yeah.
spoil your game.
I mean, yeah, we don't want to do that.
No.
I mean, so how many orgs have you played in your lifetime, Sarah?
So I played Survivor with you guys.
Yep.
And then I also did now I'm doing Millionaire, Secret Millionaire, and then in 3 weeks I'm doing another Survivor.
Oh, nice.
Survivor is my main game. That is what I
Right.
prefer more than anything. But Secret Millionaire sounded fun, and so I decided to go for it. Survivor will be fun. And I've done a total of 2 LRGs now. I did Survivor in February, and then I did a glitch in Orlando about a couple months ago. And then I'm doing another one, which I'm not supposed to say publicly um, until they release the cast. So I would tell you guys privately, but I don't want to say it
Right.
on
No, that's all
like
good.
a public thing. But it's a really
Understand.
cool show and they have a really high production value. And so it looks like I'm going to be like when you watch the show, it looks like a real reality TV show. And it's like really cool. So I'm so
That's
excited
cool.
about it.
Love that.
So it sounds
And I'm
like
going to go in and dominate and
nice.
punish a lot of people.
So it sounds like you're a fan of LRGs too, then.
Oh
Is your
yeah,
favorite
they're
stuff.
fun. I mean, I only did one where you go and like stay at the house. It was a little intense for me. I'm not really a huge fan of sharing bedrooms. And and I don't party, like I don't like drink alcohol or anything like that. And so like there was some drinking going on, which is like it's not like it 100% bothers me. But I am a recovering alcoholic, which is something that I'm very open about. And so it's just like, I don't really like hang out late at night when people are getting drunk. And so I kind of felt a little out of place like late at night and I was just like, yeah, I guess I'm just hanging out. So I guess I didn't like feel like I was connecting with everybody like they were connecting with each other. Um, and because I was like kind of maybe like going to bed earlier and stuff like that. But during the daytime when we were actually playing the game, it was so much fun. And I had a great time. I mean, it was so much fun. And I can't wait to play the game in October.
Nice. Sounds like it
I
could be
mean,
fun.
I have my first LRG coming up, but I can't disclose info until again cast is announced. But it's not the same one as you. Don't worry.
Yeah, I wish it was. Although I know that you like to play the middle, so I can't trust you.
I mean, one of these days, Sarah, we will play a game together and actually work together.
Will we, though? I don't know.
No,
I will say in the game we played together, I legitimately was going to give you a chance and let you stay. But and I had an idol and I was considering playing it on you and Tanner when you guys went out. But I decided to save that idol and let you guys go. And I still don't know if that was the right decision, but now that I know that you were playing the middle so well and I would have trusted you with information that they would have found out about, then I knew I played the right move. Um but Steve, when we got Steve out, I just knew that Steve and me were not connected. Like we were not tight whatsoever. And there was really nothing I could do to build our relationship that quickly that I knew that you would probably jump to the other side. And so that's why I was just like, Steve has to go, unfortunately.
It was a hard mix because it was like we haven't talked enough, and I'm like, this game's on the edge of a cliff right now, and I'm like, I had to do whatever I could to stay alive in that. But
You fought though. You both really fought hard. I mean, I will give that to you. I was very impressed that neither one of you took it laying down. And I don't know if you guys knew this, but the very first day, I lost my vote because I found a beware advantage. I did not vote even one time in the game,
wow,
and I still controlled the majority of the votes.
Wow.
just didn't get Seth out.
But that's why I do good at Survivor. I can't control a lot of votes during other types of games, like when I played minis and stuff. Like I'm not good at controlling votes then, but I'm good if I can like get people together and start building relationships with them, make them feel like they're on a team with me, make them feel that we're equals. But really, I don't see them as my equal. Usually, I usually see myself as above them. No, I'm just kidding. Just kidding. No, but I do really well in team settings and like having people come together as a team. So
That makes sense. That's good. And it's hard. Like these games are hard too if like you don't build a connection fast enough and you're like, oh, it should be okay. And then all of a sudden when the tables turn and you haven't made that connection, it's like, okay, this could be bad, or it could turn different ways or whatever.
yeah.
So like you always got to keep a good social vibe in the game to always be alert and stay alive, I guess. But
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, I really want to talk about something with the game tonight that I can't tell you guys. Oh well. Oh man.
I
Oh
mean,
well.
I think I know what you're trying to talk about, but we won't go that far.
Yeah. I hold on. Can I put it in my chat and then no, because then they'll know. Yeah, because they could be listening. I think I have
Don't spoil
information
me.
on I think I have suspicion on something about who the millionaire is, but I have suspect. And I just don't think I should say anything because I just don't want like to be wrong and then this person get mad at me and then vote me out or something.
But you're digging deep. You're playing the game. That means you're in it. So that's good.
Yeah, you know what? I'm not going to talk about the game. I don't need to be talking
Uh,
about the game. But it's really hard for me to like keep things in when I want to talk about stuff. I have a big mouth when it comes to these things.
that's
And
what the
when it comes
confessional
to
story.
the game and stuff, it's like I just want to talk about it.
I mean,
Spill in the confessionals. There's a safe place there.
Oh, the confession. That's good. He said I need to go and make a confessional. So,
and the nice part is Steve and I are both actually on prod for
Yeah.
that game.
oh, really?
Yeah.
So we are both in your confessional chat.
So anything you say in confessionals will be seen throughout the game anyway.
Cool.
So
Well, I'll make one tonight. You know, that's funny because I actually messaged Tyler and asked if he would vote for me in the poll. And then I realized that he was part of production. And I was like, I didn't know if he was part of this production or the Survivor game I was in production. But then I was like, oh, I just asked a production member to vote for me. But oh, well,
I had a few people ask too, and I'm like, I can't. Sorry.
yeah.
That's why I was like, I'll be real. I left quite a few people ask me, and I was like, I left them all on red because I'm like, I don't think they realize.
It's okay. I didn't need to vote anyways. I had 64 votes in the end, and the runner-up had 22.
Oh, wow. I was just gonna say I was in check on that. I didn't even follow up on that afterwards. That's awesome.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
put a Facebook post up and then I messaged some people that I knew from online games. So I was like 10 people. Tyler was one of them.
Yeah, obviously I didn't vote,
That's okay.
but now you know it's because I'm prod and obviously couldn't vote.
But it made me feel very special though that I got all these votes.
Yeah, you dominated there. 43%. The next was 17%, looks like.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I haven't.
That's
I'll
wild.
be real. I really don't know a whole lot that's going on in game because I'm not in chats. A lot of the one-on-ones. I'm only there for technical support. So,
So tell me a little bit about your guys' podcast here.
I mean, we talk about just about everything except for two topics we do not touch on. We don't talk about politics. We don't talk about religion because we
Short,
don't
sweet, and
want.
simple.
Oh, really? Because I had a lot of questions about the Jewish religion I was hoping to get answered tonight.
That's a
I
different
mean,
podcast.
I'm
I'm
sure.
just
I'm
kidding.
sure. I'm sure I can send you to someone who has a podcast.
No, it's funny
And then-
because my friend that's staying with me right now, she's just staying with me for like a little more than a week, and she's Jewish, and she was explaining some things to me that Jewish people do, and I was so intrigued by it because, like, I grew up in a cult and in a Christian, like very, very hardcore Christian, like snake charmers type cult. And she was explaining all these things to me, and I was just like, that just sounds so nice. Anyway, so that's why I thought about it. But I have more questions now.
And then politics. Well, we're in the States. Steve's in Canada.
Well, I don't want to talk about politics anyways.
I don't think it's a favorite for anyone either, really, unless you're really into that stuff. But I have comments, but I don't really have things to really talk about it. So,
So it's
I
just
other
one
than
of those.
that, it's kind of we use the it is what it is kind of thing. Whether we start at Survivor and Big Brother, and then we talk about orgs or random whatevers. It's just the way it is. So there's no really harsh guidelines or rules. Or Tyler did say if anyone needs to go to the waiting room for a timeout, that's a
I'm not.
doable
I'm not afraid to
possible.
put someone in timeout. Like I will send them over to the waiting room.
But other than
um
that, it's be good. So this is like the third, but technically our actual full out second episode. We did have a trial run. We just brought like a bunch of people on just to test things out, see how everyone's doing. But this is
We called
the
that
second of it
popcorn
all.
day. We called that popcorn day where it started out with Steve and I, and we each brought a guest in, and they brought a guest, and
So down the road, if you get
a random Zoom
a
link.
random Zoom link and no other comments, and it's from one of us, you might just be welcome to come on here, but we're not going to tell you why. It's just because maybe someone mentioned your name, maybe we want to hear from you, maybe we just need more people online, so it just makes it fun.
okay,
So
cool. Sounds good.
that's all we say.
Okay.
I mean, we did it. We just send the link, and we're just like, whatever
We did it
happens.
the first night, and it was actually pretty neat because I think out of the like 6 people we had,
6
I
or
think only
7.
one or two of them asked why the link was there. Everyone else is like, their org players are like, all right, there's Zoom, let's join it. So
Yeah.
Of course.
I
Of
play
course,
minis a lot. Not a ton of like the long-term orgers. I like the long-term ones better though, and I'm trying to play more long terms. The minis, I got really sucked into them the past couple of months because they're a way, when I play these games, it's a way for me to disconnect from real life. It's a way for me to
100%.
some people come home from a long day at work and they open up a beer or they might go for a run or something. And for me, it's like logging in and playing a game and being able to just pretend to be a different person and like backstabbing people and like doing all these things. And maybe not even backstabbing, maybe it's just doing something else, but the challenges, like in my downtime, I play puzzles. I learn how to do these different challenges. When like I'm loading the dryer of the dishwasher, I stand on one foot. Like I'm practicing stuff all the time.
It's
And so
hardcore.
like I love this stuff. And so this is how I like zone out from real life. And so I got really, really just like not like depressed, but just kind of one of those blah times in life where you're just like, man, everything is so boring, I just need to check out. And so I just started playing all these minis all the time. And minis are not my favorite because you don't get to really connect with the player, like build relationships with them. You only have 5 minutes to strategize. You're in these Zoom rooms with people where you can't get any one-on-one action. Um, and also I realized the people that play the minis, they're very intense people and they like take things very
Yeah.
seriously and like they get really pissed off. I've had people like mad at me before because I voted them out. I mean, taking it so personally and to the point where I've had to block people because they've just taken it to the next level and it's really weird. Um, so I don't really want to play the minis anymore. I want to play the long term, but I still want to be able to play a lot. So that's why I'm trying to find more long terms.
Minis get fun, but sometimes I think they're crazy when they go too long, like into like 3 in the morning.
Yeah.
But I've played a mini before where I surprised a lot of people because people know I play like kind of on the social game in a regular game, but I went in and I won these like advantages that I can randomly just kill people or put them into trouble, and I just shot at a bunch of people and they're like, "Who is doing this? This is so rude." And at the end they found out it was me. They're like, "No way." But it was just fun because I don't really do that. And I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna just like, yep, you're going out. You're going out. Because I knew they were some of them I knew were bigger players, some of them I had no idea who they were, but it's just fun.
Yeah.
And like you were
100%.
saying, like, I you work all day and it's nice just to this is your life outside of life, but you have fun and it's de-stressing to the most part. Some.
Yeah.
But it's good. So I don't know. I wish I kind of found out about orgs during COVID because it would have made my life a little bit easier. But I found it afterwards when I started playing in orgs. And I was like, oh my God, this was happening for a long time. I could have done this when I was stuck at home doing nothing for a year. So
Yeah, I know. Like I didn't know this existed until a few months ago. And then I heard about them and then I was like, yeah, I'll do it. And then I played one and it was so fun. And so I just started doing them. In fact, I think I heard about them because of Luke. Um, he hosted Survivor for us, and I think he's the one that told me about the mini. And I didn't know what a mini was, and I think I played one of his games first and it was pretty good. And so then I just started playing his games, and I started playing other people's games too. But now, for the most part, I usually just like to play Luke's games because I know that they are safe. In some of these other games, people have attacked things like my looks, and they've like people have told me like they say crazy things, like they'll call me the B word. They will say that I look like I'm 60 years old um, because they're mad at me for voting them out. And it's like the weirdest things. Like they'll just say things.
can't
And
be 60. Who no 60-year-old wears two double pigtails.
I
That's
they're trying
crazy
to hurt
though.
my feelings,
That's crazy. And it sucks when you see that in orgs because that's not what we're here to do. We're here to have a good
Yeah,
time.
I'm like, this is supposed to be fun for me. And so you can laugh it off a little bit, but then after a while, when it just starts happening every single time you play, it's just like, okay, this is not fun anymore. You're following me around in all these breakout rooms on Zoom, hurling insults at me. Like, just stop it. Like, I don't want to hear this. I'm gonna have a good time tonight. And so then I just stopped playing their games. I just play Luke's now because Luke does not tolerate that. He'll kick you out. And he will not put up with that whatsoever. And so a lot of the hosts will, because they don't really like stand up to people, but Luke will.
I know some games people don't like to stand up and cause more drama by calling people out, but I'm like sometimes I think like it is needed because people do take it too far sometimes. Like I was in an org once where the last final five, it was pretty bad. Like the comments in the main chats and some of the live calls, I was like, whoa. Like it almost makes some of the players want to step back and be like, I don't think I want to be a part of this anymore. But yeah, some people take it too far. But hopefully, like there are some really good orgs out there that are chill and not into that kind of nonsense as too. Like,
I'm totally up for game talk, trash talking. That's fine. Let's talk about the game. We can trash talk each other in the game. But once you make it personal or say something about each other's looks or something like that, it's like that's not,
No,
it's
like,
not
you
cool.
can have game rivalry and say
Exactly.
like, you know, we're
Frenemy is
not going to
change.
work. You're not going to be able to play this game because you're here and you're here and it's not going to happen. That stuff's cool, but when it gets personal, it's not, that's where, a
Yeah.
lot of people frown upon. So that's legit. That makes sense. Like I work with kids, and the one thing I do is make sure none of those kids are getting bullied. And to see adults do it, I'm like, come on. Like, we're not high school anymore. So,
And what kind of work do you do with kids?
like teaching, I work with preschool. I worked with infants up to school age before. So, right now I'm with preschooler kids.
Oh, so you're a
So,
teacher?
yeah,
Okay. Wow.
busy, patience, but this is why I come home and I sit here and I talk with adults and games and stuff and
Yeah.
have a bit of another different side of life too. So,
Wow. So you're a teacher and Tyler is a caregiver. So you guys
yeah,
both have big hearts.
we're in the same thing, just different ages.
Hmm. I thought that me and Tyler had connected during Survivor because we were both caregivers.
I mean,
And then Tyler tells all my secrets to the other side.
Middleman. I
It's
I
okay,
mean,
Tyler. I would have
I
done the
played the
same thing.
middle. I just played the middle
But
heavy
it's
there.
stuff like this where if you can go back and laugh at the game afterwards, it's fine. But if someone holds that grudge and like, you did this I'm like, it's a game. I go
Yeah.
in every game as new. I love playing with new faces because that makes it even more fun. But when
Hmm.
you go into a game where you know everyone, you've played with everyone like at least twice, you're like, oh, like who do you hold on to? Because you don't want to go full friend Survivor, but like if you people you can play with and trust, it's like okay. But new faces are fun because then it's like, okay, let's experience the game and see where we go. So
Yeah. I definitely prefer to work with newer people too. And there is there are people that I know that I just know I can't work with because they've burned the bridge with me so many times in so many games that it's not like I'm trying to meta game where it's like, I'm trying to bring other games into the game and like try to bring up past grudges, but it's also like every single time we play together, you have backstabbed me. So like, why would I just put myself in that situation again? So no, I don't want, no, I'm not interested in working with you for a while at least.
I've
So
joined games where
unfortunately, well, yeah.
people are just like right away they're like, let's vote Steve out. Everyone's like, why? And they don't have an answer. They're just like, we're voting him out. I'm like, the game just started. What's happening? But it's because what happened in the last game, and it's like, why are we sticking to this? Like, it's new. Like, like we just talked. Like Sarah and I didn't get along very well in one game. Maybe in the next game, we knew we didn't get along. Either it's gonna be like, no, it's not gonna work, or it's like, hey, let's twist it up. Let's see what happens. And that's the kind of stuff that's fun in the games because, like Tyler and I know we're not gonna play in a game for a while because we've had everything where the game doesn't work. One gets voted off. One gets continued in the game. We made it to a final now, so now we're just doing podcasts. So.
So, to be honest with you, Sarah, I wasn't even gonna play that Luke's game that season, but someone decided to ask me to play the duos game. Didn't tell me it was Luke's game after I told Luke originally no.
I
Then I
said
got
I sent him the
into
link and I was like, okay. So, but it was interesting because like Tyler and I never were even in the game together as like working together because it was always opposite tribes. So it made it kind of different.
Yeah. I mean, that was the thing is like, I didn't even get to work with a lot of people because like we were on different tribes the whole time.
When your duo, we didn't even get along with from the
Well, you
beginning.
know that I
So,
voted Barb out. I got her voted out the very first chance that she came on my tribe
uh,
because I said I was going to. So I got everyone to vote her out
and
because she
everyone
said
knew
things.
coming into a new tribe was like, okay, well, that we're just
Well,
gonna go
she
with
said
that
she
'cause
didn't want to be my number one in the game, and so I decided that she had to go. So I don't know if you guys
Yeah.
watched it, but I just said Barb's got to go. She will be the first out as soon as I have the opportunity to take
Yeah.
her out. As soon as the tribe swap happened, she ended up on my tribe. I got to vote it out that round.
Yep.
But
I
that's what
remember that
she did because she didn't like. I mean, hopefully she knows that's why she went. I don't think she even knows why she went home, but that was wise because she didn't. She told me, I asked her, I was like, so since you're my duo, we don't know each other, but do you want to be my number one in the game? Obviously, because everybody else is going in with a duo. And she said no. And I said, okay, you going home.
and she left quickly before you got to finish your speech too, I think. I believe.
Oh, I don't know.
But everyone else knew what the story was for that, so
Yeah.
but it happens.
But I will say that Survivor game was some of the funnest times I've ever had. Like, it was so much fun.
I found that game, there was a lot of, maybe not a lot, but in my mind, I felt like there was a lot of scheming going on. Like Seth was getting everyone's head and then telling stories. And then I go to someone else and like, what was that all about? And they're like, no, no, they said you did this. I'm like, what? Who said this? And it was just like boom, 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 boom. And I was like, oh my God.
It was Seth. He was starting all the
Oh
drama.
yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. And I told people to vote him out or he would win, and no one ever did.
I tried, but you know, I told him he wanted to know who I was working with, and I didn't want to tell him directly. Like, obviously, he knew my duo was, but once I said I'm in on every tribe with Camden, and then sure enough, he voted Camden. I was like, well, why am I talking to you if you're just kind of killing my game? So,
Yeah.
sometimes it doesn't always work playing with people that you've seen in games before, but that's the life of the game. It's fun, makes it fun. So, like this Odyssey I'm in, whether some of those people are watching doesn't matter. I'm not saying a lot about it, but there are a lot of new faces. So it's kind of fun getting interacting with everyone, but I don't know if it's they're some are less chatty or more chatty because that's how they are in the game or just in this game. So it's things to follow and watch.
Yeah.
Um Trying to think of something I had in mind that we're gonna ask about everyone. See, I would say ask what was some of your favorites, but you're still kind of new into the field, so we know the games that you've played so far, but
Well,
I definitely recommend going out there and seeing a few others. And even if you're not, if you're worried about how it is, just ask people that have played it. I'm pretty sure Tyler and I can give you a decent answer. And most orgs, I think we've played a lot of them. So,
yeah,
but
I mean, if you guys have recommendations for, like, ones to play, like I'd love that too.
War games. War games.
yeah,
I'm I'm doing two different hosts right now. Well, so like the game that you guys are on right now with Secret Millionaire, Kinsey, and
yeah,
then Justin. I've, never, well, Kinsey was on prod for Survivor, but this is Dustin's game, if I'm not mistaken, and Kinsey's game, I guess. Yeah. And then there's the other one, which is, I can't remember what his name is, but there's another guy that I'm doing Survivor with. Um, maybe his name is Patrick. I don't really know. I
and
would have
like I
to
say,
look at it.
there's still so many orgs out there that I've not known about or haven't played. So like, there's lots, but then there's lots that other people know about that don't. Like
Yeah.
our
Like
last guest. I'd even Tyler's played with him many times. I've never met him. But there's lots of board players out there.
there's a game that So millionaire, that's Kenzie, that's Dustin, Bianca's friend Joy. I'm just there as tech guy. My personal game is War Games where I'm host.
Okay.
So I take no shit from no one.
But it's a fun
We do
game.
not
Very.
we are not currently casting right now. We don't have anything planned, so
Well,
but when
keep
I do I'll
in
reach out.
mind.
So
I don't
I'm
really
com-
know what a war game is, but it sounds fun.
last season we literally combined Big Brother and Survivor into one great, and we made Canada go against Team USA.
Mm.
Which was fun. And me being a Canadian spent all my time on Team USA. But believe it or not, and I'm not trying to mock because I know you guys are both in the States, but Canada was the dramatic tribe.
I
Quite
mean,
literally.
I've seen Big Brother Canada before. You guys do have some pretty dramatic people over there.
Oh yeah. Usually we're known as chill, but there's definitely some drama here.
Do you remember that mayor? Was he a mayor? He
Is it Ford?
Yeah, I'm
Or,
I'm recording a podcast right now. I just leave it there and I'll do it. Hold on, what was his name? Okay, Jimmy Kimmel used to have him on.
I think Ford there we have Doug Ford now, but there was the mayor of Toronto was his brother. I can't I can't think of his first name actually. His wife just passed away apparently too. But we have some funky things in Canada, like you guys have a president, we have a prime minister, and our last prime minister is dating Katy Perry right now. So
His name was Robert Bruce Ford.
yeah, Rob Ford. That's what it was. Rob Ford.
Yeah.
Looking it up. Yeah.
Oh,
He
wait, so the
caused some
prime
crazy
minister
stuff.
is dating Katy Perry?
Our ex prime minister, like our last prime minister, is now dating Katy Perry, which is pretty crazy, but like, good for him, I guess.
Is that
So
Justin Trudeau?
yeah, yeah.
Interesting.
Uh,
He's hot though.
he was known as one of the good looking prime ministers, but a lot of people didn't like him either. So I didn't mind him, but you know, but everyone has calls. I just find it really fascinating that usually you don't see some like prime minister going in and voting or voting dating like a hot singer or what's the entertainment person. So
Yeah.
Entertainment personality.
yes, there you go. So but it's interesting, makes the world fun. Everyone's kind of like, whoa, that's crazy, but I'm sure his kids love it because if they're a fan of Katy Perry, they're like, oh my gosh, she lives in her house.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's fun. So where are we now? The 12. Two more episodes until our popcorn episode. If I'm correct, right?
I believe so, yeah. Our popcorn episode we try to do once a month.
We haven't actually technically done it official to start, so it'll be fun for we'll write names down. See who wants to pop on.
Yeah.
I mean, I know you're new to orgs, Sarah, but who would you ever like to see brought on to this podcast
Yeah.
and us to talk to?
Just somebody you would hear like want to hear more about, or just their story of life or orgs or
Have you
whatever.
thought about bringing Luke on?
I mean, we haven't really discussed that. We're very open.
Yeah.
I mean, Luke, he hosts like 3 minis a week.
I
And
know he's crazy with minis.
he
I was
plays,
like, I do get messages quite often from.
We get all the invites to them.
yeah,
So
he also like he plays LRGs and he plays orgs. And he also puts on orgs. I mean, he's really, really involved in the community. And
yeah.
so, I mean, if you really would like to like hear like a bunch of like, tips and or even just like like how he like lives his life, like I think it would be interesting to hear more.
Yeah.
Um,
We are thinking about doing like not a host battle, but like a bunch of hosts from different orgs just to come in and be like, what made you start hosting, or how long have you played, or blah blah blah, things like that. And then it's the perspective of everyone who's a lot of hosts. We know there's a lot of hosts out there. We know there's a lot of players out there, so we want to get perspectives from everybody.
yeah.
100%.
Yeah, so I think for me, like, just as a player, and I've done a lot of minis with a bunch of different hosts, and I just know that um there's a lot of bullying out there. Um, and I see it happen to other people and it's happened to me, and I'm just not gonna like do that, put up with that for fun. And I also don't let people talk to me in a disrespectful way. So if a host puts up with that, then I'm just not going to play their games
Yeah.
anymore. And I tell other people
That's
not to play their games. But if a host shuts it down immediately, then I will play their games more often. Um, so
yeah, and that's the perspective you keep, right? Like you have the ultimate right to leave a game at
exactly.
any point if you need to, have opinions for any game that you have. Because unfortunately, there's a lot of people that do like playing the games for drama, and I'm not one to, have games every time with drama. Um, for the longest time, I never even made conversation in the main chats, only in one-on-ones and tribe chats, because the main chats are usually full of craziness, and I just kind
Mhm.
of, usually if it gets really intense, I'm the guy that does the popcorn memes, and I'm like, all right, let's see what's happening here. But I don't like adding to it, so
Right, right. Yeah.
it's
I
interesting, but
don't do a lot of main chats.
uh, sometimes I feel like I need to, because you need to make presence in the game if you don't have the, like, after a merge or something. But when it's like pre-game stuff before merge, you have tribe chats, and that's all I worry about, because you're on that tribe. That's you stay present with your tribe and let everybody else go crazy. Unless you're sending hidden messages to people on other tribes to be like, come play it when when we merge, stay alive.
Yeah.
So this is the fun of the onion. And I think Tyler, the words he actually used, but it's like we peel layers, right? What does we say? You peel layers.
We peel the layers, revealing the middle, revealing the heart of the conversation.
Uh, it's bit by bit. So and if you haven't heard already, the reason we decided on Onion, because our last game we played on, we had a alliance of four called the Onion, and we just said, you know what, let's just continue with the Onion and call it a podcast. And here we are. So
And actually, it ultimately also boiled down to the fact that on one of Steve and I's many calls last game, more in a joking matter, started off with the podcast and then kind of snowballed. Here we are.
it's true. We joked about it, and then we're like, you know what? Let's just do it. So, because there's always podcasts that are strictly Survivor or strictly Big Brother or strictly episode follow-ups, and like you follow some of them too, Sarah. But it's like, this one, this is where it's free open, and it's whatever people want to kind of bring out, which I think that makes it kind of different, which is nice.
And
Yeah.
a lot of podcasts that I know are out there that people are doing. They don't talk to like common folks or the basic folks. They bring on the more popular, top-notch people with many followers. I mean, I like hearing about them, but it's like I want to hear about the ones who not everyone may know.
Yeah. Well, I think people are starting to know me, and they will know me.
And that's the fun part. Like if you're new to
I'm
it,
just kidding.
but like no, but that's the fun part. Like if you're new to it and people don't know how you play a game, they're cautious at the beginning, but once they see more of it, it's like okay. And then it's a matter of like, because honestly, like when I started playing for um early years and stuff, I was like, I'm just your regular person gamer, whichever. But then when you get invites to orgs, you're like, yo, we loved you in that last game. Like, come play our game. We'd love to have you on there because we like seeing blah blah blah. And I'm like, okay, cool. So I'm being noticed, and I don't know, to me, that's a good feeling if people are recognizing your game, and it's like, okay, they want me to join others. I'm like, okay, let's go. So, so hopefully you would like if you haven't already, hope you get that because I think it's really, to me, I found that really exciting. I'm like, okay, I'm not just a random person playing and no one's seen me play, just me trying to shoot the shit and win a game or something. But um, it's fun. And like this is kind of like the podcast too, like bring in people that have been playing forever, bring in people that are new, people, whatever, and they get recognized on here too, even. So I think that's kind of fun. Like we have some people that I like on our first popcorn episode, people are like, oh, they don't want to play anymore, but sure enough, they're playing in two orgs already. So
Yeah.
so it's good fun.
I am going.
I find it an addiction to myself. Like, a lot of people are like, what do you mean? What is all this stuff you do? I'm like, it's fine. It's fun. I can, you know, drive my car crazy or some people say do drugs and not whatnot, but I prefer to play or games because that keeps me busy and occupied and things fun. So it's what we do.
I mean, doing drugs is really fun. Um, but it always puts me in rehab, so I gotta stop
See,
doing them.
consequences.
Consequences aren't worth it, right?
Pick
My
and choose,
husband
pick and
walked by when
choose.
I said that and just looked at me like,
Say
wrong with
what?
you?
I just think it's fun. I don't know how your husband feels about it, but I know when I talk to my wife about game, like, oh my God, this is happening, and then this is happening, and I'm gonna do this and this and that. She's like, you're making my head hurt. Stop talking to me. I'm like, but I need to talk to somebody.
I know. I talk to him and he'll ask me questions about it, and I think it's because he's just trying to be interested in my life.
It's like, oh, why do
But
I
I
ask?
don't think he actually cares at all.
My wife is the same. She asks little questions, but I think it's like Sarah said, it's just she wants to be active with the conversation, but doesn't really.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, pretend they're interested, but really, it's like, stop talking to me.
I will say that my husband's never made me feel bad for gaming because he plays a lot of games himself.
And that's, you know,
Not
that's the
the
cool part,
types of
though.
games that I play, but he plays like he used to be a dungeon master and
Okay.
um and then he played Magic the Gathering for a while and now he just does like really intense board games that you have to like watch videos on to like know the rules and stuff like that. It does not seem like fun to me. He thinks that like Settlers of Catan and like games like that are boring. Like you need more like
Love Catan.
yeah, he thinks those things are like boring now. Like he does ones that off like Kickstarter that are like really complicated.
Yeah, see,
He's
Kickstarter is fun because I think a lot of people want to get to those fast because they're new. But if they open up wide, it's like, I already know how to play this. Let's go. Right? So, but there's some interesting ones on there.
yeah.
And if you like board games, that's a good place to be checking out all the time. So,
Yeah. I don't play board games. I do play chess. So I do love playing chess. and I like doing puzzles, like jigsaw puzzles.
Have
Um,
a, have a
but I'm
table.
not a huge a board game person.
I like my favorites are like Ticket to Ride, Catan, and then like Phase 10, Skippo, all those games, card games.
Monopoly.
Monopoly when people were wanting to play. My buddy was over last night. We wanted to play Monopoly, and he's like, "Nope," because when he plays, he doesn't trade anything. I'm like, "Well, why are you here playing?" So we stuck to Catan, but it's hit or miss game.
Steve, one of these days we need to do a spouse episode where we just bring our wives on.
They'll be so confused. Did we say we're gonna leave to a breakout room? Let them wander and chat.
I mean, my wife doesn't even do social events.
Oh, my wife's a homebody. Like she doesn't like going out or doing crazy things. So
Mine too.
uh,
Like I'm sure she's yeah, my wife is downstairs at the look. I was like,
I say she's lying there. I was on a call once with Tyler, and she was just kicking him because she was like,
I mean that's why I wear headphones because half the time, I mean, you can't see the TV's literally right here. But yeah, that's why. Like I also put a graphic because my room's a mess.
but it's nice because if we go close enough, we already have the headphones on. But it's fun, simple, and then if you followed our last posts, I think we're trying to just put out a if they're willing to just do like mugshots of people who've been on the show, because then it's like, hey, you been on the show, and you got a shout out on the page, so it's good. Unless you oppose.
No, not at all.
Nicole almost didn't want to. She's like, why? I'm like, just give your damn mugshot.
Plus, Steve, I'm sure we have pictures of Sarah. We are in her confessional.
You can grab them out of there. No choice. Sorry. We'll just put in her confessional. Like, you need this for the game. Yes. But
I need to. Wait, go ahead.
whenever you want to speak game, it's in the confessional. It's fine. It doesn't go anywhere else. So
I know.
we'll be
Well,
listening.
after this, I'm gonna come and do a confessional. But before I do, I need to record a video for the Survivor game because they've been bugging me for like a month to send them this video for their intro. It does, I just need a 5-10 second like intro, for like the whatever. And I just haven't done it. And so I'm gonna do it tonight. I even put makeup on and everything for it. And I'm like, what am I actually gonna do? So I think what I'm gonna do is hide behind my kitchen counter and then act like I'm standing up really quick and just like with like a tray of cookies and just smile.
Nice. Nice. Is
And
it
I
on
think it'd be kind of creepy, but it'll also be kind of funny, I think, at the same time.
is it on Discord by any chance?
Yes, it's going to
Okay.
be.
I might know what it is.
It hasn't started yet or
No,
anything. It
no.
starts, I think it starts the last week that this game is supposed to go on. Um, but
Was
then
that
again, Kenzie said that this game could also end before then, so I'm not sure.
say without saying any craziness? I might be there. You never know. But I know there's other Discord games, so you never know. But it could be the one that I'm thinking. So trying to see what the date is on this one.
I am not. Well, I'm in one game on Discord currently, but it's Big Brother style. So
I think Seth is playing this one too.
Oh, we could align and get him out first.
Yep. If you're playing, and actually, production already told me they didn't care if I knew who was playing and not. Because I just wanted them to know. I was like, just so you know, I already know that Seth is playing because he already told me, and he's the one that told me about this game. And they're like, it's okay. We don't care if you talk to players or even know each other's playing. And
Oh,
I was like, well, I'm not gonna pre-game. See, that stuff's just like too stressful for me. Like I
I
can't
don't. It's too much to pregame because you never know what's going to happen in the game. Plus,
exactly.
you can pregame with someone. Like I can sit there and pregame with you, but we may not meet till merge. So it's like, how do you pregame?
Right.
Like I just don't even bother with it because you don't know what's going to happen in the game.
I
Maybe
also
everyone's
like to
on.
game in the game, and that's like, and it's a lot of work to game. And which I find it fun, but it's not like it's something that I want to be doing for 2 full months. Um, so yeah, I mean, I'm not going to sit here and pregame, and also I wouldn't work with Seth. Seth is definitely going out.
No schemers allowed.
No, luckily, I realized after about 24 hours of him trying to get me to flip on his side that he was playing me. Because something I had not had told him got out, and I knew for a fact that people in my alliance did not say anything.
It was interesting though because towards the end game, I didn't know who was going to take the win because there was a lot of good competition players towards the end, and I'm like, I don't really know who's with who because, like I said, I went out before jury, so it was interesting. But I think at that point it was so crazy. I'm like, good thing I'm not juried. Tyler was a jury, so I'm sure he had stories too. But
Who did you vote for, Tyler?
Who did I vote for? I think I voted Daniel. I think that's who I voted for.
now,
That game
side
was
note
so
question,
long.
and you don't need to answer this, but have you are you still out to get Daniel, or have things patched since? Because I know there's call outs in the game. You don't have to answer this because I know it's a live thing. But I was like, I remember that, like your opening speech when you guys all met. I was like, okay, here it comes, which made it fun. But um,
Well,
yeah,
since it has
I'm
something
just
to do with the
curious.
game, I'm not going to talk about it.
Okay, no, I was just curious because I was like, okay, I can answer later. But I was like, I don't know. I like seeing game
We
stuff,
can
and then
bring you back for that part after the Millionaires game, and you can
not
about that.
even millionaire game, but like back in Luke's game, I was saying. But actually, no, that's true. I forgot you guys are all on this one too. So
No, so part of the reason I called Daniel out is because I needed to assert my dominance in the game, and I needed to let people know that I was not a floater and that I was there to play. And so
which is good.
which is part of the reason I had to call Daniel out publicly and make an enemy.
Uh,
Um, and and if you watch it back, you'll notice that like I don't even come after Daniel most of the time. He's definitely someone I wanted to take out eventually, but he wasn't even someone I was worried about for a while. But I had to use him for that reason. Um, but I didn't do that until I felt that I had my team built around me to where I could make that move and have support.
Makes sense. And it's funny because you meet a lot of people. Like I see a lot of people in this game where, you walk into a game and you think they're enemies, but it's a show. So like you have to really watch to see how interactions are too. Because I'm like, yo, why do you hate each other so much? And they're like, we just don't get along. And then next thing you know, they make it to a final four, and you're like, so it's strategy, but
Yeah, I mean,
Or or even a final two.
yeah.
definitely something to consider. I mean, there's a player in the game, sometimes that we don't work well together, and people have also told me that they don't work well together with this person. And but I don't know if I trust him or if they're trying to just get me to say things. So
And that's the whole part, just figuring people out. The fun part of the game.
yeah. And that's the thing that I'm very, very bad at is catching people in lies because I believe things very, very easily. Um, and I don't know how to read people very well. So if you tell me something, I'm probably going to believe it.
And it's your style of game too. Like I've played for orgs for 4 years, I think. And I'm literally just now starting to maybe start speaking game in confessionals because I heard rumors before where people like when they post confessionals or they share confessionals, people share and then words get out. I'm like, I don't really want to talk any game because I don't want to ruin my game because someone's gonna spoil it for me and say, "Oh yeah, Steve and Tyler are working together." I'm like, I only said that in my confessional, so how'd that get out? So, but I'm slowly
That's really
kind
messed
of
up.
talking game like. It's happened before. I'm sure Tyler's shaking his head, so I'm sure he's seen it, but it's like it sucks because your confessional is supposed to be your safe space, your game space. But when that stuff happens, it's like I don't know if I want to speak in it. So now I'm getting to the point where I'm like, okay, I'll speak it. If it happens again, then it's like, what the hell? So, and then I think it's more towards the ones where you're allowed confessional buddies. You really have to trust the people who you're inviting into your confessional when you're allowed that, which I usually don't really add people, maybe once in a while, but
I think I ever had like one, and
yeah,
that's because I trust this person wholeheartedly. 9 times out of 10, it's my wife.
nah. See, like it, and some people, because like, yeah, you have, like Tyler's in your confessional, but Tyler's friend or wife is in my confessional, and then they share words, and it's like, hold up. So little things, but all parts of the wonderful world of orgs.
So is it okay for me to share stuff in my
No,
confessional?
it's I'm not trying to scare you away from it. It's something that I went through years and stuff. And that like I'm feeling good about it too. As far as I know, the games you've been in, they're safe places. Um, it's I don't play those games anymore anyway. The ones
Hmm.
that do that because you're supposed to be here to have a good time, not to be ruined and destroyed. So.
In games, confessionals are supposed to be a safe place.
Yeah. Like Tyra and I aren't gonna be like, oh, Sarah just shared a bunch of shit with us. We're gonna go on our podcast and I'm like that's not the game of it all. Um I like being on production. I like hearing everyone's confessionals because it's a different perspective of a game that you get. Because when you're playing, you only get your perspective of a confessional in a game. I love doing confessionals now. I make them fun, I make them fancy. Um, but when you're listening to other people's, it's like, oh, really? Like, okay, cool. Like, I didn't know you were doing that, or I didn't know you were working with other people, or stuff like that. And it's kind of neat
Hmm.
to hear in a production perspective. If you ever make it on production on a game, sometime it's actually different life story, and it's fun listening instead of plotting.
Yeah.
Definitely hosting is a whole different ballpark. I mean, I kind of like enjoy hosting better because I can just like see everything play out, like my own personal
Uh,
television show. Like,
yeah. And you
Yeah.
kind of make gambles on your own. You're like, oh, I wonder if they're gonna get far. I wonder if they're gonna win. But you keep it to yourself. It's fun. So it's fun. It's fun. One day I'll host my own game, maybe. I don't know. I keep saying I will, but then I'm like, ooh, there's Nork to play. I'll go play that instead.
I really want to host a Survivor style, strictly Survivor game. You
Online
know,
or in person.
I, I'll stay online, but where I also live in Oregon, there's a lot of like foresty camping, so I think would be really good for like a Survivor LRG.
Nice.
Okay.
I know of one place in Canada that did it. That's an ORG, and it's 5 hours away from me. Or LRG, sorry. And one of them was actually on one of my friend's farmland properties, so it was really kind of cool. I wish I knew about it sooner, but I didn't get a chance because I would totally just crash there. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
She played the second season, which was cool. One day, maybe we'll do an LRG. Then I got to get down to in December to Tyler's craziness. Mr. Fireball
Orlando,
Fury.
Orlando,
Yeah,
or Orlando, I should say.
Orlando.
Are you in Orlando, Tyler?
No, I go there every December.
Mm.
You know about the Orlando stuff, do you, Sarah?
Mm-mm.
Where everyone no. If you get a chance, you're probably gonna want to go there because I live in Canada, so it's a lot harder to get down there for everything. But it's like Big Brother players, Survivor players, um,
I'll
challenge
go down there
players, I
for
think, like all reality stars,
challenge
they come down
trainers,
and just
all sorts of reality shows. Go down there for a weekend of like, there's like dances and parties, and you can get autographs and you can
uh,
selfies and
Wait, you talked about this on one of the podcasts, right?
yeah.
Yeah, I heard that. Okay.
Yeah, it's really fun. I would love to go eventually, but it's your American dollars are double what what ours are pretty much, so it's crazy. But one day, I think one day it'd be actually really cool to do that because it'd just be a good old time. I'm waiting them to do like and I don't know if they will or not, but I know like some musicians and bands are doing like music cruise tours where they tour for a week, but there's like a concert every night. And I'm like, I'm just waiting for like a reality star cruise where you're on this cruise with all these people. I think it'd be pretty cool too.
that'd be fun.
Yeah,
I've seen those cruises where you actually play the game with some of them.
I think so. Like there's so many different little ones out there, and I'm like, if you just it's fun. Like I would love to go on a cruise, but to have it more adventure where you're like there's and celebrities or reality stars or whatever there, I'm like, that's cool.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So it'd be fun.
I like cruises, but
Never been yet.
you never been?
I want to, but which is funny because like one of my kind of like crazy fears is I don't like being in deep waters. And when you think about a cruise ship, it's like surrounded by deep water. But I know
But a
you're
cruise
safe on a
ship is a
cruise.
whole different ballpark.
Oh yeah,
You
and I know
you
it's
don't
fine.
think about the water.
No, there's too much going on. So it makes sense. So, we'll see one day.
Cruises can be very affordable.
Oh yeah, with the right, I think either or. I think my next vacation I would love to do is something that's all expenses in, so I don't have to worry about anything other than just showing up and having a good time.
Right.
And
Do
if you do a
you
cruise, don't forget your passport.
do you like do you like casinos at all?
I don't mind them. I'm only like I'm 20 minutes away from one, so definitely it's there, but I have I have bad luck with them now, so I try not to go in them.
There's usually a cruise ship. I mean, usually there's a casino on a cruise ship.
Yeah.
And it's easy to get bored on a cruise ship. So just heads up.
Oh
That's why I
yeah.
don't really like going on cruise ships because I spend all my time in the casino.
If I usually
During
when I
like
go into
3 days.
casinos, I set a budget, and then if you lose your budget, you're out. If you gain your budget, you decide to leave early or not.
I don't do that.
I felt this is like years ago when I I was like I don't want to lose any more money, but like you like I usually just do slots, but it's like I did slots and I was like, oh, I'll put another $20 in. I'll put another $20 in, and then you realize you're like you were up. I was up over what I put in, and then I was losing, and then I was like, you know what? I need to walk out here with something. So I literally cashed in $2 and walked away with it because I'm like, I need to walk out with something because I just lost more than when I came in. But that was just my my guilt.
Hmm.
No big winnings.
The most I ever won from a casino is $50.
I think it was up 80. That's about it. Lottery, I've won 250. That's about it. Nothing crazy. So, but yeah. But we're I don't know, we're glad you made it on. And
Yeah. Thank you
you're
for having
welcome
me
to
on.
you're welcome to look for popcorn. You never know when that's gonna come around. So, and you never know who's gonna be on there. I think that's what makes it fun. We never try to really pair up enemies, of course, but people who played with if someone's like, "Oh, I played with Tyler," and then we'll like, "Yeah, let's bring Tyler on," and you share experiences and stuff like that. So
Okay, sounds
it's just
good.
fun. Yeah,
I don't think
it's
I have
fun,
any enemies. At least I don't see anybody as an enemy.
which is good.
But I keep everything in the game. Like, and once the game is over, the game, everything that happened was just game.
It's the way to play. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, for
I
sure.
mean, that's how I feel. It's like once I'm finished with the game, I lock the door, throw the key, and I'm like, can you move on to the
Yeah.
next one?
Like I've been blocked once, like unfriended, blocked once in a game, and I'm like, well, that happened. Like
Hmm.
it's an experience, and I'm like, it was a little too far fetched, but that was their choice, and I was like, okay. So you move on to the next game. So, you know, life experiences. But orgs are supposed to be fun. That's why I play.
Yeah.
Why I
Yeah.
play as well.
And host.
Well, thanks again for having me on. I
No
will
worries. Thanks for joining.
upload my confessional soon, and then maybe I can come back on the podcast at a later date and talk about everything I want to talk about.
Well, like I say, after the game's over and you want to share stuff, let us know and we'll definitely bring you back on and you can share experiences or likes and hates or whatever. So,
Sounds good.
yeah.
All right. Bye, guys.
Super.
Bye,
Take care.
Sarah.
Thanks for coming again. And that's that.
That was a very great conversation. That was Sarah. Like, great day. I mean, I did reach out to another person that Sarah had mentioned, but that's for a later date to.
Yeah. And we have lineups of people coming, and I'm sure if you follow the Facebook pages, you will know that maybe some of the guests that are incoming. We may swap it out. We may surprise people. We may.
I do think next
Yeah,
Sunday, though, Steve, we do have, I think, 3 guests, so it's going to be a little bit of a longer
that's all good.
session next week. But I do feel both of our guests this week went really well, especially since like we had a plan, but like not had a plan.
Yeah. Which
So
I don't know. I believe some people may call it like you guys are crazy, but I believe it like it's open to all. And like we can sit there and say, line up a bunch of questions and call it a day, but I think it's more fun by having an open textbook kind of deal.
it was like open. Yeah, it was basically like, I mean, no topic is out other than two mentioned earlier. Everything was open. And then she could have said something, and then it kind of triggered another question, just kind of.
Yeah. And we know to bring cookies on the live because that triggers people too. So
like Kim did. I'm like, I'm just gonna
So-
keep the tray of cookies here, and I mean, I'm excited to see how many viewers can we have right now. We have at least 3 people watching.
Yeah, we had 4 or 5 at one point, I think, but
Someone
There's-
gave us the thumbs up, and
currently still 2 others watching right now as we end our show. So
I'm excited to. I mean, I guess I can end on this. I mean, we're gonna stay on for a few minutes and discuss kind of future guests, but we don't want to give anything away because
nah, I like making a surprise. So